years. I never expected it to turn out like this.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Shout out to the community, man. I appreciate y'all.
What's happening, people?
Info Joe, Los Angeles, in the building.
Adrian, the problem Rome, the man from the frozen tundra.
Keem, straight out of Florida.
Liz Lowe, Decatur, Georgia.
You already know what it is. It's the Queen, Martha K, Detroit, stand up.
David Maldonado, New York City. Yo, Nuss, don't cut me off, man. Don't cut me off.
King Amin of Essex, catch me for them championship rounds.
Big Superman, Plainview, Texas.
Davidian in Buffalo. God bless you all.
In Jesus' name.
Without Chai, it ain't nothing. Without the callers, it ain't nothing, man.
Bad Girl, TKO, San Diego, California.
Big Fish, Vegas, Palm Beach, Florida.
Intrigue, the Incredible, straight out the ATL. James Benitez, Huntsville, Alabama. It ain't hating, it's just the truth.
Show Kid, Mount Vernon, New York, suckers.
SDS Promotions.
Coach Mide from London, UK.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Checking in from Tennessee, it's Lethal James, P-A-Y-N-E. It's lethal.
Line 6 Reed, just spreading that boots gospel.
Bo from Bama, only in America.
Well, I'm a true attestation to the American dream.
King Born, Crown Heights, Brooklyn. You heard? 4 chicken wings and French fries, breakfast and champions. Let's get to it.
JT, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Stuff like that.
Yo, TVV, this Coach J-Mac. New Orleans, Louisiana, 504, baby.
What have you?
C. Y. E.
California.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for some.
This is the #1 pound for pound and 2 division champion, Marvin the Tank Furman from Dallas, Texas.
Mr. PBC, baby.
LV Southern, from DC to Stunt City, Bomb Squad.
Brandon Maurice, a.k.a. the AJ Trucking, straight out of Cincinnati, baby.
Madbat 100, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Chickarelli, Hollywood, California.
Louis Reyes, Boston, Mass. Yo, drop that SDS shit,
This
son.
message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
The voice of the people, there is no equal.
You can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. TheBoxingVoice.com.
As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. If you ain't on Patreon, that's because you're stupid.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice. Looking like we have a little of Danny's power outlet power. Get to it, champ. Try not to put your laptop charger down there anymore. How about that?
Probably should have.
But how are you, man?
The last 20 minutes we've been sitting here.
No, I just heard it now. But what's up, brother? What's up?
Shit, man.
Sunday.
You still here?
Nope.
All right. Yeah, it's Sunday. Football day. In here in a couple weeks. You excited? Football season? The return?
No.
No? Damn, bro.
So let's recap the weekend, man.
That'd be downer, bro. You need to like explore things, bro.
I'm exploring a whole nother country. Yesterday I was tuned into KSI and Benetta and Schwarms, and I happened to see real boxer Chris Eubank Jr. And he was eating a bowl of chicken, man. A bucket of chicken from KFC. I ain't even those things still exist. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do we got one out here? I was about to say, do y'all got one? But I'm a
vegan
now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's KFC's out here.
Word?
Yeah.
I thought them shits was like extinct.
Nah, I know there's one across the street from like my old barbershop, and then that's like the only one off the top of my head. I couldn't tell you the last time I ate at a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Me neither. I mean, like, if you're going to buy chicken in the street and it's going to be fast food, for starters, you better be looking for, like, a Pollo Tropical. And if you can't find that, then go for Popeyes. Why is you fucking with
Yeah, you
KFC
talking about,
bland?
like, some New Jersey or Florida shit. I ain't never heard the shit you just said.
Oh, yeah, y'all don't got Pollo Tropical?
Never heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that a Jersey or Florida thing?
Definitely tropical locations. Florida, Jersey, I don't even know. We probably had one early, but we don't got it no more. Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Jamaica. Pollo Tropical. I mean, I think there's some in San Diego, though.
Okay. Yeah. So what was the purpose of the Chris Eubank chicken story?
I'm just saying, he got to make 157. Everybody is like, oh, my, he never made 157. He's out here showing off, bro. Like, he's eating a bucket of chicken.
Yeah, he ain't concerned about the weight.
But that's the point. Like, that's pretty impressive. And he lifted up his shirt during the commentary.
Oh, really?
Oh, you ain't see him with KSI? He showed he's ripped. He's doing his thing, man. It's crazy. And you can't front. KFC is decent, but it ain't Popeyes. It don't got that taste, that flavor.
Yeah, no.
That flavorine of Popeyes.
You know what I used to like from there is like the bowls. They had like the chicken bowl with the mashed potatoes and the gravy and the
yeah from KFC.
Yeah, that shit used to be cool, but nah, bro. But yeah, no, man. I mean, we had
look at that.
A interesting night of fights.
Majib in the Pollo Tropical
in the UK on the zone pay-per-view between KSI and two guys we had never heard of. But I ain't gonna front. They put on an event, man. That shit was lit in there. Yeah. 20K. Not everybody could do that. No. I mean,
let alone
it definitely
fight
was
in
an
front
event.
of it.
It was
let
just,
alone draw that.
It was just a shame that second main event. That was pretty hard to watch.
What?
The fight with Pineda.
Yeah, no, Pineda. He was out of control.
I mean,
that's the commission, the matchmaker. That's where they failed. The fact that Chris Eubank said, all credit to your matchmaker. All the fights man attends, like, don't lie to him. Because we know you lying not only to him, but to us. That Pineda fight, that shit was a goddamn disgrace.
Yeah, no, that shit was hard.
No, that was a disgrace.
That shit was hard to watch.
The zone should be having a meeting about how that should never happen again. Never. I don't care that that's YouTube boxing. Like, Pineda was out here tripping. I could just imagine how many TVs turned off just from, like,
bro, and then you missed it, bro. Oh my god,
being turned off.
There was a fight. There was a fight on the Top Rank undercard. There was a fight on the fucking Top Rank undercard. That started to become the same shit.
Wow.
It literally started to become the same thing. Not as bad, but I'm like, holy fuck, are we about to have a part 2? I was traumatized.
That's crazy.
I was traumatized. I couldn't do it twice in the same day. Jesus Christ.
Tell me about it, bro.
But so they're making it clear this is an influencer thing,
and they're making their own belts, commissions. It's like they're doing their own thing.
I think seeing the card last night, it's clear that they're doing their own thing amongst themselves. I don't know that any
the way they were displaying the records, it's like, oh, he's 1-0 in the series,
right? Which was kind of interesting, given that KSI had a victory prior to. In a professional victory.
And they chose not to highlight it?
Yeah, they chose not to show that. That was quite interesting. But, they're doing this influencer thing. I think that's cool for
that can't be true, right?
What?
KFC is $50 for 12 piece. It hasn't gone up that much.
I'm sure it's not.
Of course, it's insane.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not. But no, I'm saying, I mean, you know, you made me lose my train of thought, you know.
Yo, and I can see why people lose their train of thought. Like, I'm like reading all your stickers on the screen. You do have, what's that? The Argentine flag?
Chicago. But
that white with sky blue?
Yeah, but so
why it looks like a Pokemon or something, like a.
So those are the Chicago like sports teams.
It looks like
so on the flag.
The stuff you have on your Crocs.
Yeah, because that's not actually on the flag. On the actual flag, it's red stars. You know what I'm saying?
And then what's that? Like a chili pepper?
That's
with a mustache, like a caricature of a chili hot dog. What?
Oh no, that's the worm. El Gusano.
Inside the tequila.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I put that on back in my drinking days.
How old is that restricted sign, bro? It's like faded.
Nah, it's not restricted. It says addicted.
Oh wow. So it used to, or is that the light glaring covering?
No, I mean now it just says ICTED. You see, like,
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Is it worn out, or is
yeah,
it the light?
No, it's worn out.
Okay.
It's worn out.
Oh wow. You've been rocking with that sticker for a while.
Yeah, I'd say.
Shout out to that sticker. It obviously protected the laptop quite a bit if it's worn out.
You know what? You know what it was? That the laptop bag I had, I used to always grab it and pull it out from there.
So your fingers wore out.
Yes.
Oh wow.
From all the.
Shout out to Danny's hard working.
From all the pulling out.
Yo, I actually got the rim shot, but it's so hard to keep a track of where that's at.
I don't know what that means.
Rim shot is what you just did. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that's what that was called.
Yeah, me neither. Till I got, sound bites.
Yo,
I don't know where it's at though.
So I just gotta ask really quick before we get back to that DAZN card. Really quick. What the fuck? Like, was you always like tech savvy and shit, or?
I mean, I was always hands-on, is what I'll say. I ain't gonna say tech savvy, hands-on, and willing to learn. So,
who taught you? I think
I picked that up from my dad. I picked that up from my dad because my dad, I got, living with him, I got to see him learn things and teach himself without YouTube, which was, now looking back, it's pretty fucking cool. He had mad books, taught himself how to do electricity. Everything. My dad.
I'm not trying to be funny, but would he get? Does your dad speak English? Oh, so would he get the? Back then they had like the For Dummies books.
Nah, I don't think he ever had the.
No, and the reason I asked, bro, my grandfather.
I don't think he ever had the For Dummies series, but
my grandfather one time got so fucking irritated with one of the books, and he just fucking threw the shit, and he's just like, fuck it, I'ma just. What's that? That's a bicycle.
No, bike bell.
Okay.
He threw it.
Oh, like the newspaper.
No.
You funny as hell. Let's get back to this DAZN card, man.
Oh, man.
Nah, but like I said, man, KSI putting the series on, to me, that was cool.
We should have did some research.
On?
Because I would really like to know exactly what's going on with this Misfits boxing. Like, the true details. Like, is Logan and KSI like 50-50? And DAZN just like, what's going on? Because they were so buddy last night,
bro. I'm telling,
so pro each other.
Look, bro, I don't even like. I'm gonna be honest.
He was like, this guy's my best friend, and honestly, even if he wasn't my best friend, look at this event. It's beautiful. I'm proud of him. I'm like, whoa. And honestly, it was shocking because we don't see men showing emotion publicly, but. Everything they did last night is everything boxers should do. The way KSI was animated for his locker room interviews, for his post-fight interviews, the way that the promoter / best friend, Logan, was bigging up the fighters on the card, not just the main event, not just his business partner. There's promoters that need to take a page out of what Logan did yesterday, and there's dozens, if not hundreds or thousands of fighters that need to learn from what KSI did from a marketing standpoint in the ring, post-fight, pre-fight interview. His animation, the way that he spoke, the way that he captivated his audience, the way that Logan was product placing with his own products. Just shout out to those guys, man. Amazing, to see young men just fucking conquering. Like, they're destroying the world right now. They're killing it for real. Like, these dudes are literally doing whatever the hell they want to do. They started out doing like YouTube videos, then they prank videos. Then, they've shifted. Logan has a successful podcast, let me tell you. And YouTube is finally, did you see?
What's that?
Oh, they're changing their algorithms.
Uh-oh.
They making YouTube podcasts now. Oh, got your attention. It's coming. It's coming. They've already announced it. There's like long form. Obviously, it's like a, I don't know.
Bro,
new
Logan Paul fucking had Charlemagne on his podcast.
Oh yeah,
that's dope.
Charlemagne is my idol, bro.
Really?
Like, in the radio business, I would love to have him on the show and chop it up.
Like,
I gotta ask Ken for that favor, man. That's his man's.
Like, out of anybody in the radio industry, would you say?
I would say him, even though I'm heavily Howard Stern influenced. I would say I gotta be more Charlemagne than I'm Howard Stern.
What was it about Howard Stern and what was it about Charlemagne?
Howard just he no punches. He did it his way. And even if that was crazy or left, he rolled with it. And much like me, I bet you if I wonder, I'm gonna Google it right now. He was so open. So I wonder, is he a fucking Gemini or some shit?
Oh my goodness, you in this fucking astrology, bro. You sound.
I'm just saying he talked about everything on his show. Like, I think his wife had like not abortion, but like a miscarriage, everything. Like he out there. He just talked.
So how'd you get into him? Like, what got you?
I think it was the movie. Maybe his movie. He had a movie. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I just watch the show every now and then. Come on, bruh. You never watched the Howard Stern show?
I did.
I mean,
did.
Anybody,
but
and I know I'm older than you, but I felt like I was young looking at Howard just to see him get these big odds to flash them boobies. He was a G at that. Like, oh, so you're a porn star? Oh, you did it. Oh, you work with Hustler, huh? Oh, yeah. I know Hugh Hefner. Yeah, I've been at all those parties. Let me see your boobies. Just like that. And it's just like, oh, yeah. They just whip them out.
Bro, have you ever seen, I know you've seen the interview of Jay-Z when he's sitting on the couch.
I think you've told this story then sent me the video, right? You said something's happening in the background?
No, not in the background. Literally, like, right next to Jay. On the couch. But it's all good. No, I just thought that was a pretty crazy interview. I was just asking about Howard Stern for you because my uncle, all the time, he sends me like...
Oh, no, he's born in January.
January what? January what?
Bro, I just got sent January 12th.
All right, I don't know what sign that is, but my two closest, like, guy friends, they both that sign. Like, I don't know what sign that is, but they're both that sign.
Check January.
I don't know, like I said, I don't know what it is, but they're both that sign, and they're both, like, super fucking blunt, super straightforward. They both are very savvy with the way they talk. You know, they have like a gift to gab in the way of they ain't got to say too much to get you to do shit. You know what I'm saying?
God damn, I was a kid. Look, that's the movie I watched. Private Parts, I think.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's called Howard Stern, right? Private Parts, maybe? It's like some sort of 1997 autobiography or some shit. I don't fucking know. Yo, you Google Howard Stern and it says, did he date Robin Quivers? And I know that made people crazy because she was black and he was white. and they had this motherfucking relationship. Yo, imagine, bro. I found him. They made a movie of him in 97. In 97. So imagine how long he been around before that.
But
and he had that relationship with her where it was like me and you. So you know some people, they can't see that. They can only see race. And it's like how he's talking to her like that, or how she's talking to him like, you know what I'm saying? But their relationship was fly. So I wonder if they did date. And he always got he's a fucking he's a nonstop perv. So anything Robin says, he'll find the sexual side of it, and she'll be like right there, like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like she's fucking. It was funny. It was funny.
I know you're not into it, but just because you brought that up, that's something I wasn't aware of or familiar with. But please tell me you saw the clip. Okay, Ja the Real says that was 2 Live Crew. Danny Luke that was doing that interview with Jay-Z that I'm referring to. But bro, please tell me you saw the snippet of Megan Thee Stallion.
No.
And oh my goodness. So I know you're not into that, bro. It came across my timeline. I don't follow either one of them, but there's like a
send it to me.
It's like a podcast they got going on. Oh my, yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I don't even want to talk about it because when you see this shit. Like,
but what is this? A more like Jay-Z interview shit? Somebody getting blessed?
Not like that. But it's the shit they talking and the shit they talking about. So I'm gonna send you. It's like a little minute clip. I'm gonna send it to you. But you good on the zone?
I mean, I would like to see KSI gradually step it up. You can tell he's not ready. He called out everybody true entertainer style, but he needs some work. He's not ready for Jake. Jake Paul.
No. Not anybody that fought on that card yesterday.
Majid just sent me a phone call where a serial killer calls into his show. Can you imagine that? How would you feel? That's pretty strange.
And that's his live, right?
That's his live.
Bro, that shit, fuck being strange, bro. I feel like that shit's uncomfortable.
Who's this girl? That thumbnail looks pretty weird.
That is Miami. That is my
Her name is Miami?
Yeah, she's one half of the City Girls. I'm sure you've heard of the City Girls.
Sorry.
Nah, okay. Yeah.
So you want me to screen share this or listen? What we doing here?
Yeah, screen share it and play. Definitely got to play with the audio.
Okay.
It's nothing that, we get flagged for or nothing like that, so.
Hopefully she ain't trying to flag us.
Nah, it ain't, they ain't showing shit. They ain't no music, nothing like that. Positive.
Look like a lot of
nah.
cleavage to me.
Hey, you like girls? I mean, I like what I like.
Wait, so that's Meg?
Yeah.
The one that said I like what I like.
Yeah.
That shit got 1 million views. When it dropped, 25th, 3 days ago.
Yeah.
I like you. You do? I do. You'll fuck me. Why would you say it like that?
Wait, what, she got gloves on?
I don't know what that is, bro.
You fuck me? Yeah, I would. So who on top? Me?
Bro, but it was just funny because it was that's it, yeah. But it was just kind of like along the lines of just asking those questions.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, you're talking about two people in the industry talking to each other. That was like a true radio personality, true journalist, if you would. Talking
that probably did some real numbers that episode.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, bro. I'm telling you, it's.
I mean, 1 million just on a fucking share.
No, and
video. That's crazy.
And right, exactly. And I'm talking about this has came across my timeline on every social media platform. So obviously, a lot of girls are getting a kick out of it. A lot of guys, and it's too.
And who's the host?
I'm assuming Miami, which is like I said, one half of the City Girls. I'm assuming Miami because it had her real name in the background. So I don't know. Never seen, whatever show or, that is, but that video's, been coming across my platform or my social media platforms. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you talking about how Howard Stern was able to ask those kind of questions. But I'm like, people's going crazy over two celebrities.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was more about also, like, Howard was the first of his kind, In
what way?
Like, the first to be ambitious and be forward and blunt, not afraid, you know, like, believe me, he wasn't made for FCC, and that's why they got him off the radio. But that's why Sirius took him, because you know how it is, man. It's like, oh, get him off the radio so someone wants to give you a platform. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, Howard, he's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I guess the movie did it more for me than anything. Not Howard Cosell, Danny.
No, I know.
Okay.
The reason I pulled up Howard Cosell is I was gonna ask you about him. So, is that somebody you ever got into or ever looked at? Because obviously he is one of the most notorious sports journalists. You know, play-by-play announcers, blow-by-blow.
Nah, that was never my thing. Like, you know, once I joked that, you know, I'm Wilder's Howard Cosell the way he was to Ali.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, you know, he was more books, school. You know, it's different. We different. That's what I'm saying about.
I feel like you should check him out a bit more. I get what you're saying.
Even his voice, though, I was like, well, Ali. I just, it's not me.
Yeah, but
you know,
he like,
and then his shoulders, he's like, you know,
bro.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not saying you look like the motherfucker.
No,
You
I know,
stand
but
like the motherfucker.
The body language, like, he ain't really talk with his chest. He like,
I mean, he had to because he played that villain with him.
I know you're good, but it's so weird.
He played that villain with him.
Like, shaking every day.
Bro, you know, fuck him announcing. He was calling.
You know who I like?
He was calling, like, I think either Sunday night or Monday Night Football, and the John Lennon news broke that had died, and of course that was like the biggest news of the world. Like, and he broke it on, you know, the biggest fucking sporting event, like everybody's watching the game. And bro, that call, like, my uncle's like, you gotta study this the way he did this. Like, you gotta like try to perfect that, because, you know, he's saying that's like one of the most notorious calls ever in sports, is like the way, you know, because that is how America, you know, it was no notifications. That is how the world received the news of John Lennon. He was with the Beatles, right? I think he was the Beatles, you know, whatever. But obviously he was like the Michael Jackson of the time, whatever. And he gave, you know, the news to the world that he died. And, you know, that's why I was asking you about him, especially, you know, him.
I haven't done my research enough, but I feel like I'm more Bert.
Okay.
You feel me?
I'm not saying like you trying to be, or you should try to be any of these guys.
No. I'm just saying, I'm talking relatable.
Okay.
You feel me? Bert had the little swag. He had the hat. What we call that? A fedora? Or it's not a fedora? I mean, fedora is more.
I would have to see the hat.
Fedora
honestly.
is more. It's a beautiful day. It's done to do.
How do you compare a hat to a song?
Oh baby, I think I'm on Bruno Mars. That because you remember music makes you remember.
Oh, you was thinking
that hat associated me to Mars,
to the artist.
Song,
okay,
you know
to the artist.
So I think it's like a fedora.
I really thought you was like, yeah, that song just makes me think of a fedora. I'm like, bro, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Nah, you know Bruno loved them shits, but Bruno had the official fedoras. I think
like the ones Floyd be wearing. I know you seen
Floyd.
What? Floyd be wearing
fedora?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
The red bottom fedoras too. You ain't never seen them?
Skip Bayless wanna be LeBron. What he said? Skip Bayless wanna be LeBron Howard Cosell. So okay, he wants to be LeBron's Howard Cosell. Skip Bayless. Skip is the white guy that used to be with Stephen A.
Yeah.
Has anyone like done comparison videos like since the party? Like, oh, the show's never been the same. Because I feel like that's when that show was hitting hard, when they were together.
I mean, if you look at the numbers,
they're doing better without him.
The numbers was the best when Max was on. So after he left, Max came on.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And I heard they got rid of Max because he was too boxing and making Steven look bad. Because, you know, Steven will say some casual shit like, you know, McGregor could beat fucking AJ, and then the real boxing guy tells you the real deal, and you make your A side look bad.
But to be fair, as a prior First Take co-host, you know, to me, I felt that they wouldn't really talk much on boxing, you know, on the show.
Of course. Very little.
Yeah, I remember when I was on it, it was the day before Mayweather-McGregor. It was August 25th, 2017. And, bro, it was crazy. Like, they were talking baseball. And I'm like, you guys do know, like, Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor are fighting tomorrow. And they did discuss it. You know, they did discuss it. But obviously, that was the biggest sporting event of the weekend. And we're talking about a Yankees fucking fight or whatever that they had. So, but yeah, so to that point, I don't feel like that was really the issue. But I do know that came out during the split between Stephen A. and Max that, yo, it ain't the numbers because the numbers have been the best, you know, with Max on the show. So
that's crazy. And I guess that's why they give him his own show. He got the spinoff Max Boxing, but none of that hits hard. Like, I feel like First Take never gets to me. And obviously I know because only the boxing will make it to me. But like, I feel like Max Boxing isn't even but you would know. So am I right in saying that it's not like a A-side ESPN show?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm going to be quite frank with you, Ness. I don't know that there is any boxing A-side.
Well, I mean, you know, yeah, you singled it out, and it is what it is. It is a boxing show, but I just want to, it's not an A-side show.
No. I mean,
I feel like when Stephen
you know
A.
what?
started,
actually,
you would be more educated.
I disagree,
for this.
And the only reason I'm gonna disagree is because it actually makes it on TV. Like, there's so many ESPN shows that go straight to ESPN Plus. You get what I'm saying? So they give them a half-hour slot on that TV. So I would say it's A-side enough, but it's not like a priority. It's not like they're on a prime time, you know, morning slot or nothing like that. But, you know, the fact that it does make it straight to TV, you know, I think that says something. But nonetheless, you know, it's different because we used to see Max Kellerman fucking 2 hours every morning. At least I used to. You know, I don't know how much you would maybe tune into First Take. But yeah, man, I used to watch it all the time.
No, I never tuned in like that.
They're saying that Max is on 2 other shows now.
I never tuned in like that. Someone always sent it to me whenever it had to do with boxing. So whenever boxing was on First Take, they would send it. But that's how long I've been a outside casual fan watcher. Like, I feel like there was a time where the girl wasn't there, right? She's new in a sense.
Molly?
Was there ever Steven and Skip no Molly?
I honestly don't remember, bro.
When you was on First Take, Molly wasn't there.
Yes, she was.
In the crowd. I mean, in the thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember being, you know, I showed you my time I was there, and it's pretty fat. But I don't remember her. But again, you know, I don't know her either. So maybe I just, you know, skimmed over, never noticed.
I'm going to be honest. I hope we could get like a Molly-esque, you know.
We got Micah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like somebody on the show because.
So you want a Michelle Phelps kind of female host?
I want a Molly-esque because if you watch First Take,
Molly and Michelle.
No, because you don't watch First Take, and that's why you need to just listen sometimes.
Oh,
so if you watch,
I got these headphones.
If you watch First Take, yeah, so you should be hearing me nice and clear.
Let me get a mic check.
Check 1 2, test.
Okay.
All right. So Molly would always be that. All right, fellas, you know, let's get back. You feel? Like
try to bring it back.
Yeah, like right now, Molly, 15 minutes ago, she's like, all right, guys, let's actually talk about the fights that happened this weekend.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like.
Yeah.
You know.
But then, you know, Danny wants to talk about other shit.
Okay.
You know, like the Chicago Tribune. See how that intrigued them?
What about it?
See how that intrigued them? Free speech versus Howard Stern. What's all that about? Nah, but let's keep it moving, man. So I guess in closing, you know, my man's KSI not ready for Jake. I think I want to see my boy from Brooklyn who, you know, I was shocked to see him on the card get the shot. I think he...
Yo, your man's with Saddam.
Yeah, he upset. He was supposed to fight.
That's right.
The dude he beat was supposed to allegedly get the fight with KSI.
Right, face temper.
And I don't think this dude is scared. And I think if he gets the KSI fight,
and he would really sell. Like,
yeah,
he'd be able to really sell. Like, if they did that shit in New York, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already was talking about a fight at the Garden. Do that shit in New York. Question is, will New York sanction that?
And he had a great post fight. Like, I'm sure he touched people. I'm sure he gained fans.
Of course.
I wish we could have followed him yesterday to keep track of how many he gained. But like his post fight interview, I know he touched people with that, and they're gonna be thirsty and hungry to give him another opportunity. And it's our best opportunity at the best fight, I think, because he'll really train. Like, if he gets that KSI fight, you know, even Saddam gonna come back over there looking thinner because they're gonna work. They both need that. Saddam is done. He's retired. He's trying to be an influencer himself. He does TikTok videos with this guy all the time. So that's why when I seen him, I knew it was up. I'm mad that we didn't have a line on that, bro. I would have took that ASAP. Meanwhile, my bookie did, but only money line. And it wasn't available, obviously, at the time of the fight when he fucking shocked us. But I am happy to report that yesterday's bet was paid out. And they gave me my $84. And what did we bet?
I only put in 20, and I think you put in 20. And then,
which is 40.
And then we won 44. Yeah.
Which is 84.
Right. So
they gave me my $84.
Yeah.
Which half goes to this guy. Every time I find a nice bet, you see how he puts himself in it? Never hits me up like, yo, Ness, I'm about to make this bet. But I be showing up like, yo, I'm about to lock this in. Yo, make the same bet for me, bro. Make the same bet for me.
Bro, you the one that said,
bro,
yeah, damn, even Jared by knockout ain't that good. And I'm like, what's the over-under? Check that, because that's 1.5. Woo-woo.
Oh, you did. You did.
Come on, champ.
You did. You know what's funny? I would have lost my other bet. Jared by knockout, Pedraza decision.
Yep.
Damn. Lucky I ain't make it.
Yeah, because you was trying to parlay that.
I wanted to. I thought about it. So, yeah, man. What was his name, though?
Billy?
Second. I feel like it was a Billy, right?
Nah.
I'm telling you.
You talking about the one that beat
the
Temper?
Muslim kid.
The one that was with Saddam?
Yeah, the one that beat Temper.
All right, 1 sec. Give me 1 sec.
You know that Jake Paul tweeted that Nate, oh, that's beautiful. I'm so happy my brain worked.
Yeah, that Nate Robinson
would beat KSI.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts? I think no one is ever going to believe that because of the way that Nate got splattered. It would be too hard to believe that he could actually beat KSI. And KSI looked good yesterday. Physically, he was in phenomenal shape. Leaned in a motherfucker.
It was
Slim. What's his real name right there?
It says Slim Al-Bahar.
Al-Bahar. And he's 4-0.
4-0, 4 knockouts.
Hey, he got the power.
Slim the Hitman.
And what check if he got a box rec. See if what was his original weight. Because he got like a year or 2 years off. Then he got this opportunity. So let's see, was he fighting out of his weight class? Is he going to be too small if he does get the KSI fight? Or is he naturally a good cruiserweight and will give KSI? Because he's long and tall and he's awkward. Moves well, too. And he built confidence quickly. After that first round, it felt like the first round he was entertaining. He was still in ring walk mode. As you can remember, he was lip singing, dancing, spinning, twirling, Harlem shaked, pop locked. My man did it all. That's why I thought he was going to lose. I'm like, bro, this dude get into the ring, he going to be exhausted. Somehow he still found energy to get the win. Can't find him?
No, I can't find him.
That's crazy. Misfits boxing.
Not on box, right?
They wildin'. How you 4-0 and none of your fights nowhere?
Let me see.
DM him like, champ, I can't find your box rec.
Let me see.
Send it to me. I'll DM him. But anyway, that's closing for me, man. Give Slim the fight. Bring Dean the Great back. I told y'all, fuck you, you bookies. You ain't give me a line. I knew it. Didn't I tell you? I was telling Danny. And he's like, yo, I don't even know who. I'm like, yo, I don't know, but Dean the Great on this shit. I tried to get Dean the Great for Border Wars. This is what I'm saying. It's all about money, man. It's all about the Benjis. I tried to get Dean the Great for Border Wars, man. And I think he had like 100,000 and some change subs or followers on the IG then. I don't even know what he's doing these days. Let's see how popular they got him rocking with the whole Logan boys.
I don't even see the card on Box Track either, so.
So it was not a real card.
Yeah, I guess not.
Damn, man, that's crazy. You think that's why they kept saying like in the series?
Yeah, maybe so, because maybe it wasn't counting as a pro. You
Yo,
know?
who got Dean the Great IG, man? Shit, crazy. I can't find it.
But not just did we have the Zone card, the Misfit Boxing card yesterday, Ness, but we also had the Top Rank Boxing on ESPN, where we covered just about the entire card. There was a lot of young talent, a lot of prospects on that card that we got to watch in action last night. Abdullah Mason was one of those that we saw early on, where he got a early knockout. And pulling that up in just a second. But yeah, he got an early knockout in that fight, improving to 3-0. I'm sorry, he got an early knockdown in the fight, went to decision though, but improving to 3-0, 2 knockouts. We got to see Jeremiah Milton back in action last night, where he had a devastating knockout. I'm talking about that was pretty nice. Didn't really see it coming. Nice right hand where he landed, slept. Nick Jones, Jeremiah, heavyweight action, now improving to 6-0 with 5 KOs. And obviously for him, you know, not with Top Rank, not with ESPN, but they keep bringing him back. And for him, you know, I guess that's what you want to see. They keep bringing him back to Tulsa, and he keeps getting these highlight reel knockouts. You have to wonder if how many more times are they going to bring him back before maybe he gets a deal with Top Rank, because he been looking good. You know, like I said, now 6-0, 5 knockouts. Turned pro during the pandemic, and he's just been on the fast track. He was supposed to be on the Jake Paul, Hassan Rockman Jr. card in New York. So even as an independent, you know, they're really pushing him, getting him on big cards and giving him those opportunities, and he's been taking advantage of those opportunities. He's been shining during this moment. You know, I know he's had, you know, like I said, some highlight reel knockouts, and you know, I guess just to see what's to come with him, because he looked sharp, let me tell you. Then Kelvin Davis, brother Keyshawn Davis, obviously Kelvin himself very much accomplished as a USA amateur boxer, and now as a professional boxer, moving along quite well, 6-0, 4 KOs. He is out of that B&B boxing out of Omaha, Nebraska, training with Bomac, training with Coach Red and the crew, alongside obviously his brother Keyshawn, alongside obviously you know, one of the pound for pound tops, you know, the current welterweight champion, WBO champ, Terrence Bud Crawford. He is coming out of that gym, and he had a 6-round fight, his first 6-round fight, where he got 2 knockdowns, but it did go to decision. And he fought a guy with more fights than him. So both of his decision fights that he's had thus far have been with more experienced men. You know, so obviously you can't take nothing away from that. You know, he's getting some experience. He's getting some work in. And, you know, once again, improving to 6-0, 4 knockouts now. So let's see what's next for him. That's his 3rd fight this year. Hopefully we could see him twice more. You know, hopefully Top Rank keeps him busy. I know Keyshawn is on that Newark card, so I don't know that we'll see Kelvin there. Quick turnaround, but, you know, hopefully maybe early October, early mid-October, we could catch him back if they, you know, want to turn him around quick. Then, let's see. We also had Efe El Jefe Ajaba. This is Efe's first fight since coming off that loss to Frank Sanchez on the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury 3 undercard back in October of last year. So it's been about 10 months for him, more than actually, about 10 and a half months for Efe. And, you know, it was good to see him back. We got to see him in Houston last month. when Nestor and I went down there. So it was good to see him back in action. Obviously, FA having, you good, champ, FA having, K. Karoma in his corner, first fight back. It was good to see him, back in action, even though it was a quick night for him. Second round knockout, quick short night for FA, but good to see him back in action.
It's pretty weird to me. I told you, man. I felt like I know for a fact that K and his team found him better sparring than that fight. Like, I didn't understand the matchmaking behind that fight. Like, what was Bruce Trampler thinking? Like, there's no way they didn't find him better sparring than that fight. So, like, what was Top Rank trying to even accomplish with that? Like, what did they want to see? Like, if you wanted to see was he back, man, go watch him spar for free. Like, that shit was bullshit. Like, that was crazy. That dude did not belong in there with a Jogba. It was supposed to be Delvin Perez, and long story short, he wasn't in there. That was just weird. But we do have our guests.
Special Sunday guest.
So we don't really do guests on Sundays. We're still going to take a quick intermission and go ahead and bring our special guest in and be right back with you. In the meantime, this intermission is brought to you by our good friends over at KenichiBear.com. Don't forget to use the code TBV when purchasing your Kenichi Bear Hibernation 5 headphones.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here joined with legendary fighter Frez Oquendo. Frez, what's going on, man? How are you? Pleasure to meet you. Actually, give me 1 second. I should have did a mic check. Got to go run and turn on your mic. But Danny,
yes,
hold it down.
No, you got it, Ness. But yeah, we are joined with legendary fighter Frez Oquendo from my beautiful city of Chicago, Illinois. So very, very, very happy, to have you here. Typically don't do guests on Sundays, but our good friend Chris at RX hit us up, and we couldn't say no. We could not say no, so we had to get you in for us. How you been?
Oh, man, thank you for having me here. Man, this is great. Nice little Hall of Fame weekend that I was honored to be a part of. It was a good one, actually.
I know it was the first one that they've had in a couple of years. So you had some greats like Roy and Floyd and Fernando Vargas being inducted last night. When'd you get into town?
Oh, I got in this Friday. You know, it was a nice little ride from Chi-Town, but man, it was well worth it. And
oh, you drove?
No.
Okay. You said ride. I'm like, damn, you made
Flight.
that drive? Oh,
Yeah,
flight.
flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but so what's been going on, Frez? Obviously, we've got to see you throughout the years, put on many great fights, give us many great fights. What's new and what's current with you?
Well, I've been doing good, staying in shape. I'm hoping to get one of those little Triller action, fight one of those former UFC champs. Or
Okay,
whatever.
so you trying to get back in action?
Oh yeah. It's my blood. As you can see, I'm still in good condition. I'm still in good shape. My thing is health and wellness. Without that, it's no wealth. But in the meantime, I'm traveling all over the world. Just got back from Ecuador. Flew from Ecuador all the way here to the Hall of Fame. We're servicing some of the youth out there, underprivileged youth, and I had the honor to meet some legendary, boxers from Ecuador, right there in the middle of the equator, and it was very, very nice to see, a different part of the world.
How long were you in Ecuador?
I was there for a week and a half or so,
Okay.
It was a great experience to travel in that little city, Quito, and meet some great people.
And is that something that you're into a lot, giving back to the underprivileged and being able to help the less fortunate? Or
that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
With my foundation, FOBA, which is my partner Chris Bellew. He's my director. We've been together for many years, and here we are, and doing a lot of big things. Servicing not only the community, but the world alike, and also. We were responsible, again, one of the legendary all-time great, actually, he's in the Guinness Book of World Records. As Fernando Vargas was saying, he was the youngest champion in history, but I don't know if he knows his history, because Wilfredo the Radar Benitez is the youngest champion in history at the age of 17. That he won the title in San Juan, Puerto Rico, my country where I was born. And he mentioned that at the Hall of Fame yesterday, Fernando Vargas. Maybe he's the youngest in the United States or something. I don't know how that is. But in history, in Guinness Book of World Records, is Wilfredo Radar Benitez. And we brought him from Puerto Rico. He was pretty much in the fetus position after Hurricane Maria. And my foundation was able to raise over $250,000 to relocate him and his family to Chicago and the Chi-Town, in Humboldt Park, where I'm from, where I migrated when I was a baby. And the rest is history. He's doing a lot better. He's healthier. His sister Yvonne is doing a great job. Me and my partner, Luis Mateo, who's also one of my main trainers with my foundation. We also service the communities. We service 3 high schools and a nice big middle school in the city of Chicago, and many other kids. And also at the Austin Boxing Club, where we have legendary trainer Nate Jones, who also trained Floyd Mayweather, who's also here. To see our boy Floyd Mayweather get inducted, because me and Floyd go way back. We won the National Golden Gloves back in 1993, and it was an honor to see one of my old, teammates, make history, and hopefully I'll be next year to be inducted.
So next year would be your 5th year of inactivity, which allows you into induction, or it would be your 3rd? Because I know they changed the rules now, right, Danny?
I think it's 5th, but it's been a minute since I fought, because I don't know if you're familiar with my story.
I know you have a lawsuit, right?
Yes.
Is it still ongoing with the WBA?
Yes, it's going to the end. Actually,
can you give us a little bit of detail and background? How long has this been going on? When was the beginning of all this?
Oh, well, the beginning started back in 2000. This had to be 2000 and 2014, when I started, when I fought Ruslan Chigayev in Chechnya. A Chechen rebel type country. It was real beautiful. I was with the prez, and he showed me mad love, and the world seen what I did. I gave him a boxing lesson. I beat him 12 rounds, and you can see the big.
How old were you then?
40. I think I was the second oldest heavyweight fighting for the heavyweight championship. I think I was 44, 43, around there, 44. And, I gave old boy a boxing lesson. The WBA they should acknowledge that. Not only that, they should have vouched for a fighter like in my status because, been going through a lot of controversies you see in my career, with the James Toney, Chris Burr, just to name a few. And here I am fighting for the most prestigious title in sports, the heavyweight championship, again in 2014, at an advanced age. I'm second oldest in history, if I think I'm correct, since George Foreman, because George Foreman was, I think, 45, 46, something like that. So I was like right behind him fighting for the heavyweight championship. So I am in the record books as of late. But yeah, since that time, I had to file a lawsuit, against the promoters of that event because I'm like,
who was the promoter? Don King?
No, I know that guy. I'm glad I got my walking papers with him back in the days in the early 2000s, going through the blues with him. But no, it was a Russian promoter, Ruslan Chagayev people, which the WBA, contracted with, to make this championship fight come to happen. So, make a long story short, I fought 12 rounds, nice war, and next thing you know, we signed a contract. I was supposed to be paying my $1 million, and then an automatic rematch if the fight was controversial, which it was. So I made all that happen on my contractor side, and then once I get home, I wait a week, couple months. Next thing you know, I had to sue these people in the Southern District of New York, and man, things went real well for me. I won, and of course the legal part about it, all these cutthroat people that I had that I thought was in my corner, like John Wirt, who's an attorney. I guess he was with Puvalev at that Twitter, which he fought the other day against Derek Chisora and got whooped, I heard. And this brown paper bag promoter, Bobby the Clown Hits, who's from
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, guy is bad for boxing. Don't treat his fighters right. And I was one of them. I gave him an opportunity to have me showcase on his cards. And, everybody put me against he tried to get me beat. I whooped them all. And I still didn't get paid, in those cards in Indiana. But just
what, at the Horseshoe?
Yeah, at the Horseshoe Casino, man. Can you believe this clown?
So let me ask you, are things still that way in 2022 in your opinion? Do fighters not get paid until after the fight? Because I feel like that's a disservice. Like,
big time.
How can you fight for 12 rounds and then not be sure if your check is there?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. This guy is cutthroat, Actually, he was part of the lawsuit and all that. So, he's definitely in the radar, him and these other clown agents, so-called agents, in boxing. But, people like me, I'm advocating for fighters that go through, trials and tribulations like myself, like what I'm going through. But just to update everybody, the public, things are going okay. We're waiting for the judge's decision right now to make sure she, declined the defendants, which is the WBA, to keep the federal case keep going through in the Chicago federal courthouse, which I'm praying any moment they'll be.
Wait, so what, they're trying to get it out of Chicago?
Yes, actually they're trying to get it to Panama, another third world country, the WBA,
Why?
Yeah.
So they could fucking
get me,
bribe
exactly.
So they could bribe the officials for a decision? What the hell?
Yes, it's so cutthroat.
So what is their reasoning for wanting to go to Panama though? Like what are they telling the Chicago court system?
Well, that's what their attorneys, they got Chicago attorneys, they're fighting, saying that it should be, because I guess they got a clause or something in their bylaws, whatever the clause is, saying that if I sue them, it's got to be wherever they're located. Which is
nah. You know what? I did sign a contract like that. Remember that it's like, if you sign a contract and you have any legal issues, it's in the contract where those legal issues go to court at. Yeah. So even though I'm from Jersey or I live in Florida, I signed this contract. If I have issues, we going to court in Cali. Where obviously that person is going to be more associated with, whoever.
You do have a point, but there's cases, law cases that, thank God, I had a great attorney that looked it up. And this one fight named Sambu Mambe, something like that, was former WBA champ. He fought. He opened the doors for people like myself when these organizations, F us, the fighters. So by going through the records in the history, it's favoring me, the fighter, even though, like you said, that is in their little bylaws, whatever, in their little controversial, treating the fighters like doo-doo. That's what they try to do, but not this time. I'm hoping my judge here in Chicago, my Chi-Town, will do the right thing, the justice that I've been waiting for since 2014. Remember, I fought for the heavyweight championship back in 2014. It's messed up that they held me, I was supposed to fight the winner of Ruslan Chagayev versus Lucas Brown.
Man, I remember you had an opportunity against Big Baby. I mean, there was so many.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get
so
there.
many heavyweights that wanted to fight you in the last 4 years because of your. I don't know. Was the WBA keeping you ranked or something? Because you were getting offers.
Yeah. The thing is, all the offers, like I was gonna tell you right now, when I was supposed to fight the winner of Ruslan Chagayev and Lucas Brown. Dude tested positive, Lucas Brown. So there it goes. The WBA said, okay, don't worry, you got the next step. So here it go, getting ready to fight Shannon Briggs, 2017, at the Hard Rock Casino. A week before the fight, he tested positive for steroids. And now we go back to 2018. Remember, I fought back in 2004. Now it's 2018, and I'm supposed to be fighting Manuel Char. This bozo, this clown, tested positive.
But these are all WBA sanctioned
fight. So because I'm doing the right thing, being clean and fighting my ass off and leaving my family for months throughout all these, for years actually, through all these training camps. So I get penalized by the WBA because I do the right thing. And these clowns that get tested positive for steroids, they don't even get a slap on the hand. So,
but when you say penalized, what do you mean? You mean penalized because the fights were not happening?
Yeah, because they're cheating.
So you're wasting your time is what you're saying?
Yeah, because I'm not getting compensated.
But what's exactly happening during that time? Because you said you took them to court, so why are they giving you sanctioned fights?
Well, now that I'm taking them to court, they ended up moving on without me. They ended up, that's what I'm saying, Trevor Bryant, there's one Don King's crony.
Yeah, but you took him to court in 14. They were still offering you fights all the way to 18.
Yep, they all tested positive for steroids.
But why would they still offer you fights if you suing them?
Exactly.
Well, I started suing them after 2018, my last fight that I signed, a fight for the heavyweight championship, which was 3 times. You know what I'm saying? All my 3 opponents, I
remember that Shannon Briggs
they all tested positive for steroids, so I get penalized, and the WBA just sweep me on the rug and put this clown Trevor Bryant to fight. Who did he fight for the title?
Wasn't it Stavern?
Yes. A shot Stavern. Poor Stavern shouldn't even be fighting. You can barely, say a word. No disrespect. But I'm just saying, when it's time for fighter to leave, man, you don't got your faculties. It's time to go. But thank God I still got mine. Even at my advanced age in my late 40s, I still feel good, feel great. So now, I'm hoping getting justice. I got 2 cases. I got my Southern District. I got my federal case against the WBA, and I got my the second case with Manuel Char and his.
How long has this federal case been open?
It's been a couple of years now, like 2 years. 2 years.
What is your attorney telling you in terms of time?
Well, now it's right now they're getting ready to make a decision. If they're gonna grant the defendants or they're gonna decline. So once they decline the defendant, which is,
but decline him what exactly?
Of changing the court case to Panama, to the third world, places where they want, try to bribe, like my man was saying earlier. And I'm trying to prevent that because once the judge decides, no, we're going to stay in Chicago federal courthouse because of these other statutes that other fighters sued them and were successful, then they had to go to, wherever they wanted to be sued. So,
but they got a new headquarters in Houston, right? Have they opened that officially?
Oh, I have no idea. That's new. I'm glad you told me that. I'm going to tell that to my attorney.
Yeah.
No, I was actually...
He posted something where he's like, oh, the WBA...
Mendoza.
Yeah.
He's spooked. He seen me at the Hall of Fame. Oh, how you doing, Fred? Big old smile. He tried to shake my hand. I give him a little fist pump. But, he knows. I know he's a piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because we was just in Houston last month when they had the event, too.
Bro, WBA does have a lot of
garbage
issues, man.
Yeah,
the Gabriel Maestre fight, that was the biggest scandal last year.
That's right. Yep.
Was that like his nephew or some shit?
I don't know, bro. Then they had a judge. Remember the judge?
No, that's what it was. The judge was like,
the cutthroat.
It's crazy.
Those are his cronies. Those are Gilberto Mendoza's cronies. Yeah, I'm calling it how it is.
So first, you're saying that obviously now, you know, at your advanced stage, you still feel great. You looking to get into maybe one of these Triller fights with a former MMA legend. You know,
what? Don't tell me no Silva.
Who do you have in mind?
Any of those guys. I'll fight a Silva.
Nah, you ain't ready for Silva. Come on.
I ain't ready for Silva.
Fred, Silva out here moving.
Yeah, but who is he knocking out? Tito Ortiz, the shot fighters of a decade ago? Come on, man. You can't compare a legend like me against, you know, MMA fighter. I respect him, but
nah, you're right. You're right. Tito,
it's a different ball
that
game.
Shit was so quick.
Yeah, that they can't compare that.
But didn't he just put hands on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.?
Yeah, he beat him.
But remember that they're like heavyweights. They're not heavyweights. Let me lay one right hand and that.
Yeah, but why would? So if you're a heavyweight, why would you fight a smaller guy?
I didn't say that. My man mentioned that.
Nah, he mentioned that.
You said Anderson. You said Anderson.
I did say Anderson.
That's okay.
I did say Anderson. I did say.
I know.
No, because you know Triller does those type of crossover fights. You know what I mean? It would have to be. I think. Revisit the Shannon fight or Evander, you know.
Oh, yeah,
he came off the loss to Belfort. He needs a win.
Yeah.
Or not a win, but you know, he needs to get back in that win column. Maybe that would make sense.
Oh, I'd love to get him out of retirement, but I heard the other day he finally officially said.
Oh, he done?
He even said no to Mike Tyson.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was heavy rumors. There was heavy rumors
so
about that.
I'm updated. I was just with him, and you know, it was good seeing him. He still looks good, and that'd be a great dream of mine to fight. But yeah, he don't.
Nah,
they don't want none of this smoke. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I think the Shannon Briggs fight, Ness. I think you hit it on the nail. I think that would be big, and I know wasn't he supposed to fight in what was that new triad? The triad combat, I think. Wasn't he supposed to have a fight?
Oh boy, what's his name? Junkyard Dog? Not Junkyard Dog. What's that dude? The former MMA champ. They're going at it right now. Damn, what's that guy's name?
Rampage
Jackson.
Yeah, they built that up and it never happened, man. I don't know what's, you know, I always feel so bad for Shannon. Like, even with your fight, I remember that. He looked in great shape. Obviously, he tested positive, but like, you know, he was working out, and I feel like that's when, you know, he was in Florida, and every day he had like this new little live, like, let's go, champ.
Yeah.
And then the fight never happened. And it just is very unfortunate. You know, he's also been trying to get an opportunity. Do you think that is a fight that can be revisited? Because he seems to be willing more than any of the other legends, right?
Yeah. You know, I don't know if you guys, know of, but, you know, me and David Tua, Shannon Briggs, we just got inducted to the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. So I'm part of that Hall of Fame, you know, brother and sister clique. So when I seen him, he didn't look like, you know, when I was supposed to fight him back in 2018. I don't know if he'll be able to fight right now between me and you. Yeah, he don't look like the Shannon like you guys seen him a couple of years ago. I don't think he don't want none of this.
I ain't gonna front. I seen you in 2019, and now listening that you had a fight or all these fights scheduled.
Yeah,
I understand, because I remember seeing him in 2019. I'm like, bro, you was in phenomenal shape running around the WBC convention.
Yeah, that's right.
No shirt. Every day.
Swimming out. I mean, running outside. Was that Cancun?
Yeah.
Cancun. Yeah, that's right.
I'm like, yo, that's Frez. What the fuck? Because, you know, I'm obviously younger than you, so I thought you would look older.
Right.
But you was out there in great shape and running.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was getting
ready. You know, and you're a heavyweight running.
Yeah.
You know, so at
you was running on the beach, Frez?
Yeah, man. I had that dream. You know, and the WBA, you know, did the wrong thing. That's why I got the asses in the corner right now. You know, to try to land that jab right hand to end it and get victory and finally get compensation, you know, all these years.
Frez, I got to ask, being from Chicago, obviously we don't really hear of too many top boxers coming out of Chicago. Really not many, at least that make it on, you know, to a major network or a major promoter. I feel that Chicago is full of talent. You know, we see it in other sports.
Absolutely.
What do you think the problem is with Chicago boxing?
These brown paper bag promoters, like I said, like the Bobby the Clown hits, and, you know, try to shortchange these fighters, you know. Like I said, I'm an advocate to that. I'm calling it like it is. I'm calling all these clowns out. You know, they got to step up and do the right things to these fighters. You know, blood, sweat, and tears, taking punches to get scraps, man. No, that's not good. You're supposed to be a fighter, Bobby Hicks, you were a fighter too. You know how that is, getting paid and not getting paid, and F out of here. But anyway, there's an up-and-coming talent. Yeah, there's one, Bowler, who's from my same cloth, started at Hamlin Park. Me and David Diaz, who was a former WBC champ, who fought Eric Morales, beat Eric Morales. That's my former, so talent as of now, I call it is Bowler. Bowler is the kid that was in that Jesse Smollett, the two African brothers, he's one of them. He's the younger
wow.
one. Yeah, so now he ended up winning the U.S. championships earlier this year, and he turned pro. I believe he's fighting tonight, actually, in Indiana. So I'll be heading home and straight from Chicago. I'm going to go check him out. Hopefully he gets his third victory. I believe it's third or fourth. But, yeah, Bowler, you guys check him out. Yep. Hopefully he get a fight with that Jake Paul clown and put him out, put that clown out, out of the business. 'Cause he ain't no real fighter, man. It is what it is. He got out the fight with Rottman. He knew Rottman was going to put that heat, little junior. I was his dad at the Hall of Fame. And, it's crazy. These YouTubers are making more money than heavyweight championships and champions, period. And, that's disrespect to the sport. But, boxing, it happens when you got these, cutthroat people, cutthroat promoters and make the sport.
Hold on, champ. But Jake ain't back out of the fight.
Jake, because my man was 215 pounds, and Paul, wanted him.
He accepted them terms for he accepted that.
You know how contracts
Junior accepted that, and then he goes to New York to make weight and still misses weight.
If I'm Junior, I'm thanking Jake because of him I got another job now. You see the fight they just announced for Junior? He get the Belfort fight.
He fighting Vitor Belfort,
the one that beat Evander.
Oh, when is that fight? Oh, I didn't know
in
that.
October. They just announced it yesterday. He's fighting Vitor Belfort.
He would have never got that if it wasn't for Jake.
It's true.
Oh, okay. Oh,
he got that. He got that whole profile up. He went from 5,000 followers to over 250,000.
Wow,
because of Jake.
Well, I know one thing. Who got?
He couldn't even.
He didn't even have his own name. He was blocked out of his own verified Instagram. Jake gave him the keys to that.
He couldn't even. He couldn't even get his own name on Instagram.
Not Jake personally.
No, Jake's team. After they got him the fight, that was part of it. We're gonna get you your Instagram back and all that.
What, is he part of the Instagram crew or something?
I mean, when you an influencer that big, you know people.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Like to be honest, I've gotten Instagram on the phone. So somebody like Jake Paul, I'm sure it's very easy. Hey, Hassan Rahman Jr., he's a legendary fighter. He can't even get his name. Let's get.
Well, rather, he's a legendary fighter with a son. This is his.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like Hassan Rahman, and got him his fucking account, got him his verified, got him his followers, got him a big fight. Shit,
he got him verified too.
He wasn't verified. He only had 5,000 followers before the Jake fight.
Oh, damn, I had more followers than him. I got 11,000.
Yeah, you had more followers.
I need to fight him. Shit, I can't make that weight. Maybe his older brother,
Logan.
Oh yeah, but damn, these guys.
I want to say he fighting lower because he fought Floyd.
Nah, man. What about what you think of Hassan Rahman saying that he would beat Jake Paul? And I mean senior. Is Senior just talking to help his son out? Do you think Senior, you seen him at the Hall of Fame, can he still shake it out? Is he and I don't mean Jake, I mean you. If he want to fight Jake, he got to go through you first. What he doing out there fighting them young boys? He's 24 years old.
Yeah, he's nowhere near my condition, even though we're from the same era. Me and Hassan Rahman.
Oh, so you in better shape. Oh, shit. Call out. Wait till Hassan hear this.
I'm 225, but I won't be able to make no damn. What is it?
No. We talking about Rahman. We ain't talking about. Forget about Jake Paul.
I don't think Rahman want to go in the ring. Nah.
I mean, he the one calling out Jake. If he want Jake, a 24-year-old, he better test the waters with you.
Yeah, but I don't think he's in no shape to do that. Nah. Me personally, I mean, he had a great career. We're from the same era. Not too many of us, still fit like myself. I don't see. Right, no.
Frez, I gotta ask, man, because everybody we mentioned, you like, come on, man, he shot 10 years ago. You talked about Stavern, and he's younger than you.
I know, that's crazy, ain't it? But if you see his career, his defining defeats, it took a toll out of his career. It's like when Shannon Briggs fought Ray Mercer. Ray Mercer and ferocious knockout artist. But once, you know, he'd been taking so many wars with the Lennox Lewis, the Holyfield. When he fought Shannon just tapped on his head. You know, the equilibrium was just, you know, you see they had to stop it. So that's what I'm saying. You know, I'm
just saying, though, you said Evander's too old and out of shape. Hasim is too old and out of shape.
Evander out of shape.
You even said Shannon.
No, he said Evander retired. He said
you did. Right. But Shannon was old and out of shape. You said Rockman. So who in your era is still available in your opinion? Like, who do you think has kept up throughout the time that y'all can shake it out?
Man, it's hard, man. I don't think. I mean, even Mike Tyson was before my era was in better shape than a lot of our fighters. I mean, you know, my boy was there, Naaman Brewster. I mean, and he's younger. No, we're the same age. We're from the same era. You know, he's not, no frame of mind shape to fight, but you know, he had a good career. You know, he had. I don't know if he got a detached retina, but he can't see him So ain't too many fighters I could say that could.
Well, I mean,
those hands in my era. It's sad to say, but.
So who you want to fight then? Because
I'll fight a Vitor, one of those guys. I mean.
Oh, now you're going to have to fight the son because I don't think Vitor making it past Rockman Jr. fight. See, Rockman Jr. had this whole time to hone in and work out. Now he's seen, damn, I wasn't working for real. I lost all this weight. I'm really not a heavyweight. He might end up being a cruiserweight or a bridgerweight now. This whole Jake Paul thing, he got 250,000 followers. My man going live every day. He probably remotivated too. He gonna beat up Belfort. I think Belfort also, he just got, as like I said yesterday, you know that's another dude stay testing positive.
But the thing is, will they test for that fight? The thing is,
they should.
In the UK, I think they will, man. What's the thing the UK got? Okada? They on that shit. They don't need no money for Okada. You don't got to pay like VADA or none of that. Okada's on their ass.
I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never heard of that.
Really?
Never heard of it.
Okada
never heard of that. But
interesting.
But yeah, never heard of that.
That's who popped. That's who popped Dillian White. Remember Dillian White and Rivas fight?
Yeah. But I didn't hear about
it. I think you might have it.
I'm pretty sure it's the right. But
I don't know. I mean, the UK is also the same country that allows guys with 200 losses to fight. So
yep.
So I don't know.
Yeah, but those dudes with 200 losses be having what? 3 knockouts out of 200 fights, 100 and something fights. Like those are tough ass journeymen. Then those are like Chop Corley's. You know what I'm saying? He's still out here fighting.
That's
like,
sad.
You know what I'm saying?
Though, yeah.
How is it sad when you want to fight? I don't get friends.
See, no. The thing is, guys, look, when you get punched in the head and continuously punched throughout the decades and years, I mean, that puts a lot, man. I mean, in a couple of years, I'm praying he still be able to talk, man. You guys understand, brain injury is serious.
Yeah, man, I was right. UCAD is the UK anti-doping agency. What's up with y'all?
I mean, are they well respected like VADA, though? Not
I mean, I ain't going to say well respected because they do have that discrepancy with Dillian White where, like, they found out he was positive and then they didn't tell Rivas.
Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of.
But other than that, they pretty on point. Like, they'll ban your ass if, like, they banned Eric Molina for testing positive, and he don't even live in the UK. So, they no one's perfect, man.
Right.
No one's perfect, Since you have so much experience with sanctioning bodies, I like to believe that IBF is one of those sanctioning bodies that, more than likely will give you your mandatory if you have a mandatory. Like, you won't be passed over. You won't be made an interim. You won't have to fight 4, 5, 7 different eliminators.
You're right.
But then, I realized that for fighters, the WBC is the more prestigious belt, the one that they admire or look up to. I don't know. How do you see all these different sanctioning bodies? And I don't know. What was the belt that Frez wanted when he first was a young up-and-comer?
It's interesting you started that, and I was honored, when I was up-and-coming, I was undefeated, 22-0, with 15 knockouts. I was the hottest prospect of the year at that time with America Presents. Dan Goosen was my promoter. God bless his soul. He's not there. We had a great craft, Out of all the heavyweights they signed that year, like the Power Wolfgram, Clay Bay, Monty Barrett, I mean, all these top heavyweights were bigger than me. I was the last one least.
Wait, Monty's bigger than you?
Yeah, Monty's like 6'3", 3.
Oh, you mean height-wise?
Weight-wise, too, because I remember I was only 220, 19.
I had got to work out with Monty for
really?
like 3 years. He was training in Passaic at the Glen Tapia gym.
Oh, wow. He's in Vegas?
Jersey. No, Jersey.
Oh, Jersey.
In New Jersey. Patterson area.
Oh,
Passaic, Patterson area.
Yeah. I've been there. Yeah. Good boxing town. But, I was at least mentioned, when I signed with them in the class of 96, and, man, I was the last one to come up victorious in that bunch. And then when I fought the Black Rhino, that was my first time. The biggest upset in boxing that year is when I knocked out the Black Rhino. Because remember, the Black Rhino just signed a contract with Showtime back in 2001 here in Vegas. And I'm still undefeated in Vegas. So once I knocked him out, the WBC was the first organization to acknowledge my hard work and craft. Out of all these organizations, they finally ranked me top 4 in the world, man. I was the top 4. That was during when Mike Tyson was there, Chris Bird, Lennox Lewis, and stuff like that. So yeah, I was honored. A little kid from the projects of Chicago, ranked number 4 in the world in 2001, at the age of 25, to do what I do. I mean, it's unheard of. So Mauricio, his father, Jose Suleiman, very prestigious, very honorable. That's to this day they're the most prestigious title in boxing because they give you your dues. If you beat a good fighter, undefeated fighter, they're gonna give you your flowers, and that's what they do. A lot of these other organizations. I mean, the IBF. When I fought Chris Bird, they should have mandatory had me fight my rematch. The whole world seen me beat Chris Bird. Even Chris Bird and the podcast, several months ago, finally admitted, yeah, you were the champion that night. You end up, I felt great, but it's just the sanctioning bodies should do more for us, the fighters, man. If we put in that work and struggle, and the fans wanted to see, and they want to see justice, because I whooped Chris Bird. I don't know if you guys remember when I fought Bird back in 2003, and at the Mohegan Sun, and man, I should have had a rematch 100%, and that never happened, so my career very controversial, but here I am today. I was with Chris Bird last night, or the night before last, and it's sad. He don't even look like a heavyweight. He's like 160 pounds, and it's tripped
Yeah, but
out.
didn't he purposely lose the weight? He was trying to make a comeback?
Yeah, but he's naturally a middleweight.
I think he was trying to make a comeback at what? Like light heavyweight?
No, middleweight. He's
Holy
160.
fuck.
That's the thing. So you already know back in our heydays, he must have, been doing some not legal stuff, and look where he's at today. I'd love to have a
You mean he
fight.
must have been doing something to gain all the weight if he's able to lose all the weight now at an older age?
He said he was eating a lot. If you read his
Maybe
article.
he's vegan too at this age. And it's been I ain't gonna front, Frez. I swear I feel like I heard about Chris Bird trying to drop the middleweight or light heavyweight 3 years ago.
Well,
so he got some time working out to get to that weight.
During that time, he had hip replacements, both hips, his shoulders replaced. I mean, this dude damn near plastic. It's sad. I mean, I'm just saying, man, I don't want to get no surgeries on my shoulders or my hip. I mean, those are main parts of your body when you aging.
But they giving you a new shoulder, a new hip, baby.
You'll never be the same. You'll never be the same. But I wish him the best, and it was good seeing him, and him acknowledge that I was the heavyweight champ.
Well, Frez, man, those are all the questions. I do want to thank you for coming in on short notice. This was pretty fun. I don't know when you're going to be back in town, but we'd love to have you again. I'm sure our audience would love to hear some more stories. But I do want to hear something, because I was going to, one of my main questions was, where's Frez Oquendo from? Then you said, oh, you're born and raised in Puerto Rico. I had no clue. I'm thinking.
I was born in Puerto Rico, but raised in Chi-Town.
Okay,
Chi-Right.
okay. So who is Puerto Rican in your family?
Uptown. My dad and mom. My dad was a black Puerto Rican. My grandparents and stuff. Afro descent, and my mom. From the mountainous area of Puerto Rico. Which is pretty light. So I got the best of both worlds, and here I am. 100% Puerto Rican.
And do you have any children?
Yes, of course. Beautiful. My kids, they're older now. My oldest is Maya, miss her dearly. She's in California. My son Naeem, who's in Chicago with me. My son Solomon, he's in Aurora, Illinois. My son Fred Jr., who's doing great things, is in the corporate world. My first one to graduate from Northern Illinois University, from university.
You're a Husky, okay.
Yeah, and then Husky, yeah. And then my daughter, Jada, and she's doing great. She's in Hawaii, doing good things in the logistic field. They're all doing positive. Then my daughter, Jalen, she's in, I believe, by St. Louis area. Then I got my babies, in my 40s, I had two more little ones. I got my little big boy, Liam Oquendo. He's, you'll see him on my Instagram, on my foundation, fobaintl.com. And then also my daughter, Riley. That's my baby. She just turned 7. That's my rising star. That's what keeps me young. At my late 40s age, ain't too many people that have kids in their 40s, but I was blessed.
Nah, champ, my mom kept going, man. I remember I was a senior in high school. I came home.
Which high school you went to?
So I got kicked out of Mount Carmel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I went to Mount Carmel my freshman year, got kicked out, and then I went to school in the suburbs, TF North.
Oh yeah.
Calumet City.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay,
south
cool.
suburb. Yeah, I'm from the south side. So
wow. Yeah, my kids played Mount Carmel for the state championship in 2012. My son was in a state championship against Mount Carmel, man. We lost Glenbar North.
Okay.
In the suburb, west suburb.
Okay. Yep.
So I raised my kids. You know, I'm from Chicago, from the project, from uptown, north side, and then the Lakeview area. I always got a rep where I grew up at. My people that always support me, uptown, and Lathrop Homes, the projects. But so I raised my kids. After Tito Trinidad and his father retired, when we moved back from Puerto Rico, my wife was like, "No, we ain't moving to the city. We're moving to the burbs," and the rest is history. I raised my kids in the west suburbs, great education. It's like paying for private school, but we don't because the state, it's free.
No, you out there in Glenbar, you good.
Yeah,
you are good. I promise you.
When you were with Mauricio, did he say he was leaving this weekend, or do you know?
No, I don't know.
I want to get him in the building.
You all know I'm part of I'm the WBC ambassador, so he gives me mad love. Support my foundation, fobaintl.org. I'd love for you all, spread a good word. What I do with my foundation.
Absolutely. Frez, is there? I know you spoke about the bad. Is there other people in Chicago doing good in the sport?
Oh yeah, we got Nate Jones, who was here with Floyd for his induction, came with us from Chicago. A boy from the Austin boxing community, the west side of Chicago, which is rough, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you guys heard Chirac. He's running the thing. I'm partnering with him. I'm bringing a lot of my kids over there to train at the Austin Boxing Club. We got the Chicago Park District.
Jessica McCaskill.
Oh, Jessica. Oh, yeah. The
Undisputed
female.
champ.
Yes. First lady of Chicago. She's a beast, undisputed. Yeah.
Did you see
Rick Ramos?
Yeah, that's my man. Rick Ramos. I trained Body Shot Gym.
I don't know if you saw last weekend. Kenny Sims out of Chicago.
Kenny
became intercontinental.
Yeah, WBA champ. Yeah, Chi-Town. Yeah, me and his father go way back. I know his dad very closely. And, man, he's doing a great job with his son. And, man, he's number 10.
I don't know if Danny told you, but he hooked up Robert Garcia with...
Yeah, so Robert and Rick are supposed to be opening an RGBA, Robert Garcia Boxing Academy in Chicago.
Really? Maybe you
give back to...
Maybe you should make a little phone call, man. Get that foundation up in there.
Oh, man, that's what's up. Yeah, the first Oquendo Boxing Academy. There you go. We're doing great things, Hope you guys follow me, on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Frez Oquendo. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. You see all the great things, what I'm doing here, Ecuador, all over the world. When I was in Dubai, I was in Saudi Arabia, all that good stuff. I travel all over the world to do good things, and that's why God blessed me. You know how it is. When you're a giver, you get blessed abundantly.
Amazing.
Yes, sir.
Well, Frez, man, we're going to go ahead and take a quick intermission. Please give out your social media. I know you just done so. We do want to take a picture with you before you guys leave, but we appreciate your time, brother.
Thank you. Make sure you guys follow at Frez Oquendo, FRESOQUENDO. That's my Instagram and Facebook, Frez Oquendo Boxing Academy. Okay, guys? And then my foundation on Instagram is FOBAINTL. Make sure you follow all the good stuff I do.
.org, right?
Yep, .org if you want to donate. for a great cause, helping these underprivileged youth, at-risk youth like I was. And that's why these kids relate to me.
Absolutely. And a big shout out to RX. Thank you, Chris.
Oh, yes. 100%, man. They've been supporting my foundation, my kids at the boxing academies. Can't thank them enough. Chris, Baloo, who's been my dear friend since the early 2000s. And here we are doing great things with the sport of boxing.
Yes, indeed.
All right, we'll be right back after this intermission. We're going to take a quick picture with Frez Oquendo. See you later. Yeah, we're back. You are now listening to the fine tunes of the Boxing Voice Radio. And I thought I had the camera on me, so they seen Danny squat and walk past that way.
You're terrible, champ.
Yo.
We back. And
we
do appreciate Frez Oquendo for joining us in studio for a special Sunday guest.
Yes.
You know, as he is flying out in like an hour and a half.
Word.
I know we did kind of leave off.
One card.
Yeah, I started on the top rank card and then talked about some of the early on fights. So, you didn't have it on yourself, champ. That's not good. But, yeah, let's get back to the card, champ.
Yeah, man. So, the Commey fight?
Well, before that, let's not do that.
Okay. Tiger Johnson looked good. Real good.
I think, I'm pretty sure that's where I left off at. So.
Tiger looked real good. Very impressed with the way he was looking and, excited to see what's coming from him next because he was pretty aggressive. He was doing his thing.
Yeah, no, Tiger Johnson obviously. Brutal first round knockout.
So you know that they didn't hear anything you said.
Okay.
When I got up.
It's all good, champ. So yes. So back to the top.
But you were saying.
Back to the top rank ESPN card with Richard Torres, man. Devastating first round knockout. Very brutal.
Torres.
That was a brutal
crazy
knockout, man.
That was actually very, but it's becoming his thing. Wait, we might have to. You might want to handle that. You're better at that than me.
I don't need. What?
The shot. Yeah, man. Hey, technical difficulties. The guest was supposed to be here at 8:15, so we kind of didn't have the intern come in because it looked like the guest wasn't going to show, and then the guest showed, and now, here we are. So we got a couple technical difficulties, a little bit understaffed, going through some rough bumps every now and then. What's Danny's facial expression saying, guys? Y'all see him?
No, why are you talking about it, bro? Get back to the card.
He's dying to say something. But anyway, I don't know, man. I think the performance of the night for me is Jared. I think that would be the performance of the night. I mean, Pedraza Commey was back and forth. I'm not mad that it was a draw. Obviously, I got more into the bet than the fight. Tiger Johnson looked good, but he went more rounds than Jared. Jared, first round, a little bit of a fill out. I was on the edge of my seat because I wanted it to go over the 1.5. But, he did that. There's a discrepancy because he knocked him out in the last second of the round or something like that, and I still ain't get paid. So I don't know what's up. But
I thought you said they did pay.
No, they paid for the over-under. Oh, yeah, they paid for the over-under, but they didn't pay for the draw.
Yeah, it's something else, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, it was good to see Jared back. First fight back since December.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to see a step up, and he does too, clearly. But I think he knows that realistically, it may not be that big. We may not see him fight a top 10 heavyweight like Filip Hrgović. But he is a top 25 in the WBC. We may see him fight, top 15.
I think they should put him in with a Stavern. Start putting them in with older names like they built Canelo. Give him a Stavern. Give him a Trevor Bryant. Give him a Brian Jennings. Give him a I know this name is gonna sound crazy. People gonna laugh, but something like this, something around these lines, like an older name that's older. So I forgot the name that quick.
I mean, I think a Chisora.
Twin said to mute the audio while displaying a thumbnail voice. Whoa. Funny.
I think a Pulev, a Chisora. I think those are good.
Pulev didn't look too bad in his last fight. Not the one where he got knocked out.
But that was his last fight.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I said, not the one that he got locked out. The one before that.
Yeah, so either one of those guys. You know, they're in the WBC rankings ahead of Jared.
You tripping. Don't give him Oda Violin. That's too fresh. You giving him an old name that is recognizable to the world. That's what you don't want him. You know what I mean? Like, because the dude he beat yesterday, what the fuck is his name?
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That did nothing.
Bro, I think that there's names that are good names that are just ranked behind them at this point. It's like Carlos Takam, but he's ranked behind Jared. Charles Martin.
Yeah, but that's
but he's ranked behind Jared. Big Bang Zhang, but he's ranked behind Jared. You know, I don't know, man. I like a Pulev fight. I like a Chisora fight. I like a Yoka fight.
Wow. You putting him in some tight fights.
Yoka? The one that just...
Yeah. I get what happened to Yoka, but you got to understand that's not going to be Yoka coming back. That's going to be Yoka trying to prove that what happened was a fluke. So you're going to get a better version of Yoka.
And I think that'll be a good, opportunity for Jared to prove himself. You know, Yoka isn't light years ahead of Jared, and he's only a few positions ahead of him in the WBC rankings. You know, maybe if not the next fight, the fight after. You know, those are just the kind of names that I feel like could get Jared moved along and at a nice, respectable pace. You know, he's only 22 years old, very young.
Where is Jared on the WBC?
24. I'm sorry, 23. 23, I'm sorry. So yeah, man. I think those fights would be good, but we shall see. Hopefully, like I was saying.
Is Ajit Cababel still with Top Rank?
Yo no sé.
He used to be with Top Rank. They used to show his fights from Germany on ESPN Plus.
Who? What's
Ajit Cababel?
Okay, number 8 in the IBF.
Maybe a guy like that. Andriy Rudenenko. Rajvan Kajanu.
Yeah, you saying all names I never heard of.
You heard of Rajvan. Rajvan is a well-known heavyweight journeyman. He just... probably the most notable loss would be Dubois a few years back.
Yeah, no, I'm just...
Kalaides. That would be a good heavyweight. The one that used to train with don't say it.
I don't
Freddie
know.
Roach.
Yeah.
You know him. Freddie Roach. He dropped a Jagba. Come on, bro. Calm down. Michael Hunter beat him.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just thinking, like I said, there's guys that are just behind Jared in the rankings, which the rankings don't really mean anything because Big Bang Zhang's like fucking 25 in the WBC 15 and another. Phillip is like fucking 14 in the BC and like 3 in the IBF. So
Derek Chisora would never do it, but that would be a great fight for him to get that exposure.
I love that fight.
Maybe a Lucas Brown, but Lucas can't get to America, or could he?
I don't know, but Lucas did have a great victory in his last fight. So
yeah.
They're saying Michael Hunter versus Jared Anderson would be
too soon, and Hunter has a fight with the other Fury.
Yes. Marius Wach. Damn, I ain't heard
Maurice
that
name. Vach? Yeah, that's not a bad fight.
I ain't heard that name in so long.
That's a good fight to see where he's at. I don't mind a Brian Jennings fight. Can we bring Brian Jennings out of retirement?
Damn. Yeah, I feel like they're like good old names.
But that's what you need. What was Shane Mosley when Canelo fought him?
No, I'm saying, but like, what is Chisora? He's an older name.
But Chisora's making money on pay-per-view. He ain't never given Anderson a shot.
But I think that would be a huge fight, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Why would he look back? He could get a big bang fight in China. Why would he give Anderson an American a fight?
It's a big fight.
No, it ain't.
You don't think Chisora gets a big payday for that fight?
Where?
In the UK.
So you making Anderson go to the UK?
I'm sure Jared would be totally for it.
Now you're talking.
I'm sure.
If you're willing to take him to the UK, now you're talking. But I don't think that ESPN as a machine is looking to build Anderson, their American heavyweight hopeful, in the United Kingdom.
I mean, they were looking to put him in. I understand it was supposed to be a heavyweight card, but they were looking to put him on Fury, Dillian White. So...
In America, Papa.
No, bro, you fucking tripping.
Oh, Fury Dillian White.
Correct.
It never happened.
I mean, he was on the card, had the injury.
Never happened.
So the intent wasn't there?
Never happened.
All right, bro.
Brandon Lenz, our producer, saying give him Michael Polite Coffee, my boy, but that's also cross promotion. Unless they cut Polite, I don't know that could happen. But I like those fights. Tiger Johnson is a welterweight, right?
Yes.
Give him Sanard Bunch. Is it too soon? You don't know Sanard Bunch.
No. I mean, I'm not really like Tiger. To me is like, you don't really worry about him right now in the sense of they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. With Jared, it's like Jared's in the rankings. Jared, is looking to move up those rankings. Jared is looking to.
That's a good fight. Jared versus Tabiti. Would they make it? Would Tabiti take it?
I mean, he's going back down in weight, so no.
Who? Tabiti?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't look good at heavyweight?
I mean, I'm pretty sure the plan was for him to go back down to cruiserweight all along.
Two also good fights, Jesus. Shout out to you for your... they'll never do Guido, but Duapa and Negron. Love both of those fights. Negron got a lot of amateur background. That would be a good fight, but I feel like he's vulnerable enough chin-wise that he goes down like a light, or out like a light. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, no, I really like the Negron fight. The Negron fight,
and the Big Baby versus Mike Polite.
It's just like he was talking about the cross promotion. I don't know how realistic.
Yeah, unless Polite's not with PBC, no mouth, that's going to be tough.
But is it time to open up the phone lines, Ness?
Las líneas de comunicación están abiertas.
425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion.
Voice of the people.
Give us your thoughts on this weekend's fights. Give us your thoughts on the Hassan Rockman Jr. Vitor Belfort announcement.
Vitor.
Call in.
Vitor. Sonny Conto Anderson will never happen. You guys are mentioning dudes that are on the same side and they ain't going to do it. Like Guido, they're not going to let Sam J. Boxing not going to let Guido get in there with Anderson.
It says Jam, but yeah.
What I said, Sam Jam?
You said Sam J, but yeah, no, and to me, Jared's.
Honestly, I think Sonny Conto got cut. When the last time you heard Top Rank talk about him?
Yeah, I mean, and even Guido, he just fought. But when was the last time we saw Guido before that? It had been forever and a day.
I
think you get him one of those UK bodies.
I like Nathan Gorman, but he's from the UK. I like that Black Wamba. But he from the UK. It's like, it don't really do nothing. I get it. It does more than whoever the fuck he fought yesterday because we still don't remember his name. But, if you're going to use a UK name, you got to go to the UK because them dudes is popular. Like, if you're going to fight Chisora, what do you find him over here for?
No. It has to be over there.
I like that fight. Jesus putting out nice fights. DeVaco just, he's getting a fight right now. Yo, you could suck your teeth all you want. Who's knocked out DeVaco? He's motherfucking durable. And he got a decent left hook. That rumor has it knocked out AJ in sparring. and is the whole reason Andy got that win. DeVaco would be a decent fight for Anderson. Obviously, he's expected to win that fight.
Like all of those are like go backs. Like you going back. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck was last night, bro?
No, I get what you're saying.
Like, okay, let's go back, but at least we going back to a fight that is decent and fun. DeVaco gonna make it a fight. My man last night, we was begging for him to make it 2 rounds, bro.
No, I mean last night was coming off a 10-month layoff, coming off of surgery, coming off of everything. Like last night, wasn't supposed to be any of the names that we're talking about, but for the next fight, yeah, like, you know, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Chan, we gonna need somebody in here. You disagree?
What do you?
Damn, the mic not even on. All right,
Chill, fans, calm down. What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, we.
Oh, you mean we gonna need somebody to do what we do,
bro? Cause it's like
no,
10
course.
times a show. Hell no.
Of course, bro. Of course. But listen, Rome wasn't built in a day. You feel me? And not too long ago, we ain't even have a studio, so everything a su tiempo. Tu sabes.
Yeah, you know,
it's gonna come. We gonna start this Skype call though. If anybody wants to call in. You know what I'm saying? You could join us on Skype. You could hit us up. And if you want to talk, you could say what up. And if you don't want to talk, then you know what up. You feel me?
Bro, how y'all saying put him on the Shields card that's in like 2 weeks, bro? The fuck?
I mean, we've seen other fighters turn around in 2 weeks. James Kirkland is infamous for having like 3 fights in 2 week spans per fight.
Why?
Because he was rushed out of not rushed out. He was trying to get back in good graces because he had a PV, did a parole violation. Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya showed up to court, shot him some bail. Mad people showed up to court. So then, when he got out on that parole violation, he's trying to make up for lost time. So he was getting back in the mix.
So different circumstances. Like what logical sense would there be to rush Jared back? In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks.
No logical sense other than it's a big card where he could get good exposure. So let's put him on it. Other than that, you're right.
Him headlining his own card out there would be bigger. So
him headlining his own card out where?
In the UK.
Okay.
Like I'm saying, obviously it would have to be. I'm not saying he's gonna take an American out there to headline. I'm saying if he were to fight one of the British names that we've mentioned headline out there, that would be bigger by itself versus him on an undercard. Like, no.
Nah,
in 2 fucking weeks. Like, come on.
I hear you.
People's traveling to the UK a week and a half, 2 weeks.
But how many eyeballs are gonna be on that fight next week?
How many eyeballs would be on him, Chisora?
Chisora, again, if he going out there, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like if he's
it's worth it if he going to go out there.
If Jared is going to the UK to fight a British fighter, that's gonna be bigger than a undercard.
I wonder would Eddie do that? Would Eddie give a main event to Chisora versus Jared coming to, the UK? I don't know. But we got Keem and we got Renzi. Let me know if y'all just listening, cause if it is, then it is what it is.
And if it is what it is, then we ending this shit.
Yo, my name is Ness GTO.
Instagram and Twitter. I am your co-host Ringwalk Danny. Instagram and Twitter. My boy Ness is also on the YouTube and on the TikTok pages as Nesta Gibbs.
Call me ones and twos.
Nesta Gibbs. And even though he ain't here, you can find our good friend Bo Mason at BoMason_TBV for all your TBV needs. And then, of course, we are the Boxing Voice on all social media platforms, on all streaming platforms, on all podcast platforms.
Catch us on Blue Wire at the Win Monday.
You know what's crazy? When I drove to Detroit, listen, when I drove to Detroit, my friend was playing a bunch of music. And, he in the music industry, so he know of people I ain't never heard of. Mm-hmm. So he plays this artist. And all I hear is the art. Like, first thing I heard that caught my attention, he said, "I've been in the wind." And I'm like, The Win.
Okay.
So now I've been playing the shit out that song.
But he ain't talking about like in the wind, like the wind.
No, that's exactly what he's talking about.
Hmm.
Cause he's saying like people wondering where I've been in the wind. You know,
doing my thing.
Nah, ain't what he said. But yeah, man, we out. Catch us tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. And then tomorrow we will make our motherfucking debut. Blue Wire Studios from the Win Las Vegas.
Debut.
We taking this shit over, man. We out.
We out.